day 7 of Iran-Israel conflict. In the latest, the Israeli Defense Forces have said they assassinated Iranian commander Saeed Izadi in the northeastern city of Qom overnight. Now, he was very, very important because according to Israel, he had a major role to play in the October 7 attack. Now, Iranian Minister Abbas Agrachi has said that US involvement in the Israel-Iran conflict is going to be very, very dangerous. As per Iran, at least 430 people have been killed in the country since the conflict began on 13th of June, while Israel continues to report Iranian attacks. Times Now's Priyank Tripathi is reporting from Israel. He has visited various cities in Israel. Let's take a look at some of the reports sent to us by Priyank Tripathi.
Situation remains to be calm here in Tel Aviv, but there were sirens which were heard, and as you can see, the Israeli forces have been trying to tell people to be safe. Any suspected movement is also being stopped by them. We were journalists from India, so obviously we have been allowed to move freely on the ground. But the fact of the matter is that the security forces from Israel have been keeping a close watch. Yesterday also, what we saw that it was around early in the morning when the UAVs were intercepted. What Israeli Defense Forces have been saying that Amin Por, the UF commander from Iran, has been eliminated. But the manner in which the Iranians have been trying, first of all, I'll show you the situation on the ground. It is Tel Aviv. It remains to be open. It is certainly a weekend for the people here because the Jewish certainly pray throughout the day and they rarely come out. But the manner in which these streets have been empty on weekend is certainly unprecedented for people, which is showing that Israelis are keeping a close watch on any kind of development which is happening on the ground. Once again, what we can tell you to our viewers that since the US and the Chinese have been keeping a close watch on the kind of development which is happening, everyone is anticipating that whether US will actually come physically in the war, looking at the warships and the war carriers which have been roving here in the Middle East by the US forces is also important to be seen. What we can see that in the last 2 days there have been two important locations which were respect to the civilian location like a children cradle area, then a hospital which were attacked by the Iranian missile is certainly a big worry for the Israelis. On the other side, what we have also seen that the kind of ballistic missile which has been used by the Iranian forces is certainly difficult for the Israelis to tackle as per this moment, because the ballistic missile come in one piece and then it's segregated to multiple pieces and it hits the important target which are very high speed. Some of them have a speed 5 times more than the sound. So it is difficult for the forces also to react in this location. But reporting from Tel Aviv, what we can tell you that so far the city is safe, but Haifa was the location which was hit by the Iranian missile yesterday. What is important to be seen in the war, that what is truth and what is propaganda. We have once again come to the location in Haifa, the building which was attacked by the Iranian drone. You can see this is a building which is right here, and at this location the explosion happened. Unfortunately, this one of the tallest building here in Haifa got survived. But there was information that there have been massive hit out on the Israelis port. That's why we have come to this rooftop location, and from where we can certainly show you that there is no major damage which can be seen in this port which is here in Haifa. This is a port which is normally functioning, but because of the vacation, the port is not open as of now. It will open on Sunday morning. You can see the kind of series of vehicles which is parked here, which has come up as a cargo, and none of these vehicles can be seen damage, which is a very big proof of evidence which we can show to our viewers, which is certainly showing that this port, which also has importance to the Indians, because the Indian business houses have also invested a lot in this particular port. There was a statement which came out from the Indian business houses that this port is safe and there's no damage which has happened to the establishment, which is also equivalent to the Indian side. These are the exclusive visuals of the port. where you can see that nothing dramatic or no major hit can be seen at this particular port, while what was claimed by Iran that they have hit out on the port of Israel was actually not the port. It was few meters away, this location, behind this tallest tower. In between the towers, the missile got stuck, and this is happening because the Israeli forces have been using the kind of distraction tactics for the GPS. Whenever the Iranian GPS coordinated missiles, ballistic missiles are being launched towards Israel, they are being moved to different locations. So this is the biggest proof. Exclusive visuals only for the viewers of Times Now. This is the bomb explosion impact, which has certainly been the biggest one in the last 8 days, because we are reporting from Haifa, which is the port city of Israel, and right next to the building is the sea coast, where there have been multiple sea cargoes have been stationed, and because of the impact of this blast, this particular building was certainly shaken. But fortunately, there was no damage to the building. If there could have been a big damage to the building, then certainly it could have resulted into damage to the building, and many people would have also lost their life. This is the particular location right in the center where the Iranian missile hit. It was a ballistic missile which has certainly destroyed this particular location. And because of the impact, what we can say that since it happened post 12 noon, most of the offices were shut because it was the beginning of their vacation time. It was a beginning of the Shabd period, because this is the time when most of the Israelis are on vacation. It's a weekend for them. That was the reason because of which only 21 people got injured. Multiple vehicles also got damaged. We are the only English channel which is reporting from the ground, apart from our sister network Times of Bharat, which is showing the real picture of this location. 21 individuals got injured. There have been multiple strategies which have been opted by the Israelis to stop this kind of ballistic missile attack. One is using of the disguised GPS, because the missiles are being targeted through GPS coordinates, which because of which the GPS location is certainly showing different locations whenever we are also using it. On that particular note, whenever a ballistic missile is targeted towards one location, it's being diverted from the government important installation. This was the building which was a target. 21 people got injured, and now what we can say that there has been a very big threat which is still maintaining to be here at 5 o'clock in the morning. Also, we saw that many people heard the siren sound. After 7 days of war which is ongoing in between Israel and Iran, the situation is escalating further, because the kind of barrage of missile, ballistic as well as supersonic missiles which are being used by Iran is escalating the situation further. Earlier, Israel was dealing with small-scale missile which was coming from Hezbollah's side, and the Iron Dome was able to protect it. But on Friday, what we could see that Iran was certainly attempting to come to the location and fire missiles on those locations where Israel is expecting to hide its nuclear weapon, although Israel has not come on record. These ballistic missiles are coming in one format, and above the ground, 7 kilometers away, it is certainly spreading into multiple pieces, which is also difficult for the America-based defense system, which is in position with Israel also, to defend it. On the other side, Khamenei, the top supreme leader of Iran, has given an open threat to Israel and saying that the way you have been attacking us, you will be giving a very clear-cut, befitting reply, and the escalation will go on further. On the other side, what we know through reports that Israel has once again attempted to contact USA so that the big bomb could be brought and dropped to the location where the nuclear facility is being kept by the Israeli side, which is in Fordorf. Now, this particular location, which is under 100 feet of the ground, is a location where Iran is expected to producing its nuclear weapon, which is yet to be cleared by the Israeli side. What they have been saying that Iran is attempting to make a nuclear weapon. Before it could do that, they want to attack and destroy it. But whether the US will actually intervene physically in this war or not is certainly something which we will have to see. The kind of movement of the US forces, the air defense forces, coming near the Middle East is also making this case more complex.